Gym. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Don't be talk about wigs and you need to go to the gym.
Hey, I done lost a little weight, man. It's okay. It's cool.
That's what I'm saying. You worry about wigs, you should be worried about the gym and the diet and other things like that. I
I
just feel
feel you.
like, once again, if you're gonna be focused on aesthetics, you should be aesthetically pleasing.
That's cool.
She told him he should go to the gym. If you are focused on aesthetics, you should be aesthetically pleasing. I 100% agree. And this is the thing. We aren't entitled to anything. We can have our opinion, we can think what we want to think, we can have goals, aspirations, and things we want to do. But it doesn't mean that we deserve it. It doesn't mean that we can qualify to have the thing that required some sort of action for a long period of time. As men, we think that because we're American, because we're a certain height, because we make a certain amount of money, we're just entitled to everything, which is delusional. We can't get so entitled we forget that you need to be in alignment with what you're asking for. If you want your partner to be good looking, if you want them to be in shape, if you want them to be real, whatever the things are that you require, why aren't you it? Why aren't you the embodiment of the thing you require? If you want somebody to be loyal, honest, and all of these qualities you're listing, are you that? And you cannot just be the individual to rate yourself. Do other people look at you and see that? To the example of the video, this dude was trying to talk about weaves and hair and nails and how fake it is and stuff like that. When you look at this individual in the video talking to the lady, requiring her to look a certain way, when you look at him, does it look like somebody taking care of themselves? Look like somebody that takes themselves seriously? So if you don't even take yourself seriously, why should other people? Why should people fall to what you want when you aren't even the thing? If another way I can word this, if you need to tell people you're handsome, you're jack, all the things in the book, maybe you're not. If people aren't looking at you and thinking these things, you're not. We're not entitled to anything. People should keep their preferences to themselves. What the partner should be, how they should be, and whatever we want to tell people on the internet. People should focus on being that thing. If you want something attractive, you better be attractive yourself. Not just physically, but in what you bring to the table. No amount of money, status, and external things will ever hide that. If people aren't thinking, this person looks like they're enhanced, this person looks like they're on steroids, it looks like they're cheating and they don't look real AI. If people aren't thinking that about you, maybe there's some work you need to do. If the opposite sex isn't the ones initiating conversations with you, that says something. So all these experts talking about you need to be 7 feet tall, you need to make this amount of money, you need to this, a bunch of lists of things that don't mean anything. It tells me that they don't have experience themselves. They don't. Because like the lady said in the video, if you want to focus on someone else's aesthetics, you need to be aesthetically pleasing yourself. It all falls back to us as individuals. We need to set the standards by being the example. If you know you require something, you have to be that thing. I cannot come here and talk about things I don't actually do. Fitness is something I do so I can speak on it. I've done it it's going to be 20 years very soon. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this in terms of the mentality, what things you need to be doing on a consistent basis. And it has to be done in a way that's sustainable. Because one of the key things when it comes to anything changing physically is the work that is done needs to be something that you sustain. If you're extreme, you will not sustain it. It's about longevity. This is something I can speak on because I do it. So before you tell everybody your requirements, you demand things from other people, you need to be that thing yourself. I get tired of seeing these dating shows, individuals walking on stage, talking about all the requirements they need and have, yet there aren't any of them. That's fraudulent. That's contradicting. Be the example and they'll flock to you. They will come to you first without you saying anything. And what you require, if you're that thing, you will attract it somehow, some way. So I've never understood the point of these guys thinking that once they get rich, all their problems are solved. You still need to take care of yourself. You still need to live up to what standards you have. Because if you're just saying it for the other person, how's it fair? You need to be the thing yourself. And this is a prime example of how the things that you have, the money, anything external cannot save you. It can't. It can't. And it also doesn't garner respect either. Because it's the easy way. I'm not saying having things isn't important and finances isn't something crucial. But you need to be all around. You need to be universal. That's my whole point here. So just anything I want you to take from this video. What the lady said. But translate that to everything else. If you require something and ask for something, you need to be that thing. You need to bring that to the table. You cannot tell people to eat properly, be in shape, and be consistent when you are a slob. When you look like you haven't worked out in years. You cannot tell people to be well-groomed, well-dressed and all that when you aren't yourself. You can't talk about something you aren't doing yourself. I think someone with empathy knows that. Through empathy. Not the type that's crying, no. The type that if they're asking something from you, they're actually doing that thing behind closed doors without anybody spectating. Anyways, I'll leave it up at that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Is she in the wrong for saying that? I don't believe she is. It's facts. If you require something, you need to be that thing as well. I digress.